Now you know me, folks. You know me. I mean, that's the ones that I visited before. You know all about me. I'm Britain's grumpiest old git, and there's no problem with that. That's what I am. I very rarely smile. I'm not happy, and I call most everybody. But that's just for those that are visiting for the first time that don't know me. I've set the scene there. But now and again, just now and again, I praise somebody. And I've got somebody to praise now. It's just a pity I don't know the fella's last name. I know his first name. It's rather unusual. It's called Finn. Finn. F-I, but with a double N on the end. This is what I read earlier. Wait a minute. He's in a band called Stone. He's a young lad. Anyway, he's received a text over the last few days of Simon Cowell's people. His people. You might have read about a week ago now, Simon's new project. I think it's been covered on Netflix. He's going to get another boy band together. Oh yes, he's going to get another boy band together. He wants One Direction Mark II. He's gutted that they split up and that they've gone. They were a cash cow for him, and he wants to do it again. He's been pictured in that there London, putting posters up himself with the old brush and the paste and whatever else as a bit of a publicity stunt. Aye, and since he did that, we now hear he's going to Netflix. He's taking his caravan away to Netflix from ITV, and he's going to make a series where he's going to audition young boys of about 16 or 18 and put a band together. He'd been saying old Simon, only recently, is it Stephen Bartlett, the fellow off Dragon's Den, on his podcast, is it CEO of a Diaries of a CEO or something? They interviewed Cowell and he said, one of his biggest regrets in business is that he didn't trademark the name of One Direction. He didn't keep the name himself. He said he should have done. He said because now they can do what they want to do. They've disbanded, they can get back together without him. One or two of them can take the name, they can decide among themselves, they can do what they want. He said, but if he had the name, he could give it to somebody else. He could do TV shows about the name, he could do cartoons on it, animation, he could do absolutely anything. He could make a fortune still, because as I say, they were a cash cow. You see, that's what Simon's in it for, really. The cash, the wonga. He's not really bothered about the performers at all. You know, they're all saying he didn't look after them and they weren't happy. They all earned a few quid, of course they did. But he earned as much or more, and they're saying he didn't help them, he flogged them to death, because that's what he tends to do with his acts. Flogs them to death, and if they keep earning, he keeps them. If they burn themselves out or go crap, he bins them. Anyway, this Finn has been approached by Simon's people, asking him does he want to be part of a boy band. What did he say? What's he in? Band called Stone. Anyway, he's tipped back along the lines of, tell Simon to F off and shove it up his backside. I'm not interested. And I thought, very well done you. Firstly, because you don't want to be bossed around by Mr. Cowell and come under his umbrella and be treated like he does. But more importantly and secondly, because you're all ready in a band. And I know what that's like for a young lad or young lady being in a band. It means the world to you. You've not long left school. You might have dreamed since you were 13 or 14 of being in a band. You finally get in a band. You might be with good mates of yours you've grew up with or got to know some new mates. It's you against the world and you want to do well. You don't want somebody coming trying to poach you. And then I thought to myself, how would the other 3 or 4 members of the band feel if old Finn had thought, oh, wait a minute, bit of candy on offer there with Simon. You always do with Simon. Oof, I'm on my way there. Because he's done it plenty of times in the past, folks. There's been many a times on that there X Factor when he's pinched a young lady or a boy from a band and the band's gone under. Often the band say, look, if you can make your way, we weren't going to make what he'll make for you, just go. But they don't really mean it. Deep down, they're gutted to lose a valued member. And it's awful. And I think this Finn has firstly been very brave. Secondly, very, very loyal. And I love loyalty myself. It's a great, great quality. And I think he's probably been pretty clever because it sounds like he's got an head on his shoulders. Sounds like he has. I just hope his band Stone end up being good. And he ends up making an absolute fortune without Mr. Cowell. Well done, Finn. I like you. You could be on my team anytime. You could even be my boy band if I was putting one together, but I'm not.